There are two electromagnets inside the Sun, which generate the solar energy. Since the Big Bang was recognized as the source of the existence of the universe, many physics conclusions have been made. The Sun, as a result of the Big Bang law, leaves one only conclusion: the Sun generates its own energy. Scientists call it nuclear fusion. But if it were scientifically recognized that our universe was created in the collapse of a star in another universe, with millions of years time distortion, then other physics conclusions would have been made. Let's start from the beginning. Look at the sky, there are many stars. From mass conservation law, a mass in a particular material system cannot appear or disappear, although it can change shape. Conclusion 1: there is mass in our universe, so mass has reached to our universe from somewhere. There is a phenomenon in our universe: stars collapse and disappear into a black hole. Conclusion 2: if a mass of a star suddenly can disappear from our universe, then we have to look for how a mass suddenly entering to our universe. From star formation evolution sees, molecular cloud that also called star dust is the first stage in star formation. Conclusion 3: as a mass of a star suddenly disappears from our universe, so then star dust, which is called a molecular cloud, must suddenly enters to our universe. Conclusion 4: only when we find the phenomenon that causes star dust to enter our universe, we can confirm that the star dust is coming to our universe from another universe. If we assume that there is another universe, with a huge distortion of time between the universes, so a mass that goes out of the black hole, then the mass must come out in the form of a dust, star dust. So, tremendous time distortion between the universes will cause star dust to flow into our universe for millions of years. In the next stage in a star's birth cycle is the Sun. This means that there is still the exit of a black hole in the Sun, which continues to emit star dust into the Sun. So star dust that comes out of the black hole is the one that rotates the Sun around the axis. Star dust rotates the equator of the Sun faster than the poles. And here is star dust around the Solar System. It is the star dust that has remained since the molecular cloud created the Sun. The question arises, how does star dust can generate the solar energy? We see that the black hole structure faces in two directions. Fiery looping rain on the Sun phenomenon, which is suspected of being the black hole exit, shows that there are two exits to the black hole. So the mass coming out of the black hole is star dust, in two opposite directions, one side more dominant than the other. The gravity of the star in collapse, which passes through a narrow opening of the black hole, passes in two opposite directions, creating the tilt of the planets. This is how the seasons of the years on the Earth are created. The mass of the star in collapse goes in a circular round. The mass goes into the Sun, in a circular round, in two opposite directions, which creates the phenomenon of an electric coil. The gravity of the star in collapse, which passes through a narrow opening of the black hole, in two opposite directions, hits the rotating coil of star dust. This is how electricity is generated in the Sun. A moving magnet inside a coil creates an electric current inside the coil. That means there is electricity generation, the Sun is working on electricity. There is a phenomenon of spinning, the star dust coming out of the black hole in the round like the spinning one, which comes out in the form of a coil and generates another larger coil which plasma passes in the middle of the coil. The Sun spins around the axis at 3.2 km per second. The plasma in the middle of the coil becomes an electromagnet metal core. This is how an electromagnet is created inside the Sun. Two electromagnets generate the solar energy. Electromagnetic radiation explains the corona heat that is 300 times hotter than the Sun's surface. This explains the electromagnetic poles cause the electromagnetic gravity of the black hole. In the Sun, bubbles are formed as a result of gases which are in the star dust. Inside the bubbles are the two coils, are manufactured, interrupted and recreated. Combustion of gas and fuel takes place inside the bubbles. Nuclear fission and nuclear fusion occur in the bubbles, gases are emitted back through the black hole to the universe where the star is in collapse. This all together explains the solar energy. This explains the magnetism of the Sun. This explains the Sun's polarity, the North Pole and the South Pole. It also explains the power of the black hole, which is actually the two electromagnets inside the Sun.